Hey everyone, welcome back to another video, which I know has been a long time coming, but today I'm doing something a little different as I'll discuss the evolution of the entire dcamu, or the DC animated movie universe, to unravel all the movies in the new 52 film series. So, to find out how the story has evolved in this universe, without any delay, let's begin. Number 1. Justice League: The Flashpoint Paradox. We begin with the first film in the series, which centers around Barry's choices as the Flash. Still regretting being unable to save his mom, Nora, from being murdered, after an encounter with the Reverse Flash, who tricks him into changing the past, Barry runs back in time to save his mom and unknowingly resets the original timeline. This creates the Flashpoint timeline, where his mom is alive, but his powers are gone and the world is on the verge of a war between Atlanteans and Amazons. After realizing everything is different, with help from this universe's Batman, Thomas Wayne, Barry gets his powers back, and together they form an alliance with other heroes to prevent World War III. As the Atlanteans begin their invasion, Barry discovers that he is to blame for this new timeline, but after his battle with Zoom, Aquaman activates a bomb that will erase everything. Though Zoom gets the upper hand, after Batman kills him, Barry resets the timeline again, but creates another timeline, where the post-credits foreshadow an invasion in the next film.
No. It wouldn't have changed all this.
Break the sound barrier and there's a sonic boom. You broke the time barrier, Flash. Time boom. Ripples of distortion radiated out through that point of impact, shifting everything just a tiny bit, but enough.
Number 2. Justice League War. Okay, now, before we continue, let's go over all the timelines, as I know many are still confused about where each film takes place, now that there are 3 different ones. We begin with the original timeline, where the beginning of the Flashpoint Paradox occurs. When Barry reset the original timeline to save his mom, he created another timeline called Flashpoint. However, when he reset the timeline again to return things to normal, he made a third timeline called the dcamu. So, this film takes place here before the Justice League was formed in this timeline. Back to the film, parademons are planting mother boxes worldwide to open boom tubes to Apokolips. As Batman, Green Lantern, and Superman meet, Darkseid begins his invasion by sending his armies. When war breaks out, they regroup with other heroes and learn from Cyborg that, like other conquered planets, Darkseid plans to terraform the Earth into Apokolips. While they band together to fight his army, he easily defeats each hero when he arrives, before continuing his rampage. Though, when they can finally coordinate their efforts, they send him and his army back to Apokolips. Now recognized as public heroes instead of being feared, the heroes get honored at the White House and become the Super 7. Later in the post-credits, Orm blames the surface dwellers for the death of his father, the King, unaware that Darkseid is to blame.
Look, we are not friends. We're not a team.
I don't agree, Hal. I kind of liked being a part of something.
Yeah, you would. Listen, this was just a one-time deal, okay?
What if something like this should happen again?
Please. What could possibly happen?
Number 3. Son of Batman. After Darkseid's invasion is foiled, we learn that Ra's al Ghul has groomed Damian to lead the League of Assassins, but when Deathstroke and his army ambush them, Ra's is killed in the process. As Deathstroke plans to take over his organization, Talia takes Damian to Gotham to meet his father Batman, whom she knows will protect him while she hunts Slade. Damian, however, investigates and follows Slade solo to find him, where he causes trouble and fights Nightwing for going too far. While Batman has to teach him about the differences between justice and vengeance, he decides to take him to be the next Robin. As Damian eventually locates Slade and rescues Talia, he has a sword fight with him, where he defeats Slade, but ultimately decides not to kill him. With Slade's apparent demise when his base is destroyed, Batman insists to Talia that Damian should stay with him since now he's Robin.
This isn't necessary. I do fine by myself.
So do I. But things have changed. She thinks she'll be better off with me.
What do you think?
Better than with the League of Assassins.
They taught me how to fight.
And I take it not much else.
Number 4. Justice League: Throne of Atlantis. Several weeks after the Justice League War post-credit scene, the Super 7, now renamed the Justice League, are disbanded due to no global threats. However, when the sub's nuclear missiles go missing, they reassemble to investigate it. After discovering that Atlanteans are responsible, and Arthur is the key to this mystery, Orm orchestrates an attack on Atlantis to frame the surface, giving his mother a reason to attack. Though she refuses his war plan, Orm kills her and takes her place as ruler of Atlantis. When he commands his armies to begin an assault on the surface, the Justice League arrives with Arthur and Mira to stop his reign. After revealing Orm's betrayal to his army for killing their queen, Arthur defeats Orm and takes his place as Aquaman, ruler of Atlantis. The League then decides to solidify the team when Aquaman joins the ranks, as new threats are constantly rising.
Is this the king you want, Atlanteans? A coward who lies to you. I was born of two worlds, Atlantean by birth, human by instinct. Join me, and we will bridge those worlds in peace.
Number 5. Nightwing and Robin. Now, while the Justice League was assembling to investigate the sub, as Batman didn't show up, Green Lantern interrupted his pursuit of criminals, costing him information about locating the Scarecrow. So, since Batman had more pressing matters, stopping an invasion from Atlantis, he calls upon Nightwing and Robin to follow up on the case. As they locate Scarecrow in a warehouse, they easily defeat his henchmen and finish him off, but are unaware of an assassin named Talon watching Robin in the shadows.
I'd rather scare you to death, but this will have to do.
Number 6. Batman vs. Robin. Months after the Scarecrow case is closed, Robin still contemplates justice instead of vengeance, while Batman questions whether he'll revert into an assassin. As Bruce also has trust issues, due to Robin sneaking out often, he activates security measures while he investigates the Court of Owls. When Robin sneaks out again and agrees to work with Talon, remember that assassin who was watching Robin in the shadows? While Talon takes advantage of him to get to Batman. Though when Batman uncovers their partnership, as Robin is unaware that Talon works for the court, he fights Batman. After Talon betrays him, he and his army attack Wayne Manor, where the old dynamic duo protect their home. When Robin arrives to stop Talon and defeats him at a price, Batman reveals how proud he is, but as Damian struggles with his identity, he travels to a monastery to discover his path.
You don't understand. He's part of something bigger. He's using you, Robin, to get to me.
It's all about the great Batman.
I don't have time for this. Now get out of my way before... The choice you make tonight will define you for the rest of your life.
Number 7. Batman Bad Blood. About 6 months after the Talon's attack, as Heretic kidnaps Batman after he saves Batwoman from an explosion, Damian returns to Gotham when he learns he's missing. With crime then rising, Dick unwillingly takes up the mantle despite spending years trying to get out of his shadow, but gets Robin's help and teams up with Batwoman and Batwing. Though they uncover that Talia kidnapped Bruce, unbeknownst after rescuing him, Bruce is brainwashed, and later, she brainwashes world leaders to place the League of Assassins globally. As the heroes arrive to stop her, Nightwing then battles Batman. Though he loses the fight, he gets through to him by reminding him of the family he created because he understood their pain. After Talia's death during her escape, when the Bat Signal is lit, the new Bat family assembles, while elsewhere, Batgirl debuts from the shadows.
Last night the signal was up for an hour, and if the police are aware of his absence, then you can be certain the criminal class is as well. If Batman doesn't return soon...
I know. All bloody hell's gonna break loose. Even when you've disappeared, I can't get away from you.
Number 8. Justice League vs. Teen Titans. After the creation of the new Bat family, the Legion of Doom attacks the Justice League when they unveil their new HQ, the Hall of Justice. While the League defeats them, an entity possesses Weather Wizard, making him invincible to any hero. As Robin disobeys Batman's orders to stop him, he's sent to join the Teen Titans to learn about teamwork. He initially struggles to connect with the team, especially Raven, whom no one knows everything about, so Starfire takes the team out to bond, but it's quickly interrupted when they are forced to escape. After learning Raven's past and that she's Trigon's daughter, when entities possess the League, she's forced to release Trigon from prison to ensure no Titan is harmed. As he begins his rampage, they travel with her to Hell, where she imprisons Trigon in a gem that she later wears. Then in the post-credit scene, Terra joins the Titans.
Why did Trigon want you?
He's a conqueror of worlds, but he needs a powerful conduit to open Earth to his control.
And you're half human.
But my magic was stronger than he realized. Before he could use me, I was able to trap him inside a crystal. It should have held him. Perhaps if I had stayed there, it would have. But I wanted a home.
Number 9. Justice League Dark. After Trigon attempted to conquer the Earth, supernatural crimes occur globally by preying on people's nightmares. While the League assembles to discuss this worldwide issue, Batman instead goes to Zatanna for answers, eventually meeting Deadman and Constantine. As his team begins investigating the cause, they meet Jason Blood, who reveals that though Merlin trapped Destiny, a dark sorcerer, in a dreamstone when Camelot fell, he is the root cause of the chaos. While it's protected, when John's old friend Richie intentionally points them elsewhere, he assembles the dreamstone and Destiny takes over his body. As he begins his rampage by turning people against each other, all are easily defeated, despite Etrigan and Swamp Thing joining the fight to stop him. So, when Constantine uses Deadman to distract Destiny, Jason kills him, but dies an honorable death.
Boston, do I strike you as a team player? Much less a team leader.
We're wasting time. He's dead and I accept the risks. So can we get to it?
Fine and dandy. Let's take a walk on the dark side then. Coming, team?
Number 10. Teen Titans The Judas Contract. Opening with a flashback to reveal the original Teen Titans and how they met Starfire, the film then shifts to the present, where Nightwing rejoins the new Titans to help take down a hive base. After succeeding, problems continue at the tower, where Blue Beetle's Scarab causes family issues, Raven has problems with Trigon, Beast Boy has trouble connecting with Terra, and Robin is suspicious of her. Elsewhere, Brother Blood meets with a resurrected Deathstroke to push up their contract to capture all the Titans. So Terra, a mole working for Slade, helps capture Robin and Raven while he ambushes the other Titans. After Dick fakes his death, when Brother Blood absorbs the Titans' powers, he interrupts the ritual to free them. While the Titans face a superpowered Brother Blood, as Slade betrayed Terra, she brings down the base to kill him and apologizes to the team before sacrificing herself.
Can I introduce you to my assistant? I think you've met.
That can't be true.
Terra was a key part of my plan. A natural double agent.
We took you in! Helped you!
Yeah, well, thanks. Now you're gonna die.
Number 11. Suicide Squad Hell to Pay. Shifting our focus away from superheroes and onto supervillains, when Amanda Waller receives a terminal cancer prognosis, she assembles Task Force X in exchange for time off their sentences and sends them to steal a card. While tracking it, they learn that it can let one person who dies with it bypass hell and go straight to heaven, but more importantly, they learn they aren't the only ones after it. Reverse Flash needs it because Batman shot him in the Flashpoint timeline, and Vandal Savage wants it because, despite being immortal, he isn't invulnerable. With numerous confrontations to get the card, most end up dead, while many end up greedy, wanting it for themselves. However, when Deadshot gets a hold of it and believes Waller doesn't deserve it either, he gives it to Bronze Tiger before he dies, giving her the used up card to finish his sentence so he can see his daughter.
This time I'm searching for something special. A lost card.
What's it got? Some kind of code?
You might say. The last person who had it was this man. Find him, and I'll slice a year off all your sentences.
Ah, great. Only 87 more suicide missions to go.
Number 12. Constantine, City of Demons. Onto the web series compiled into a film, John is visited by his old mate Chas when his daughter Trish slips into a coma. Believing that dark magic is in play, John summons a healer and learns her essence is gone. As he then visits Beryl, the demon who took it, he sends him to eliminate his demon competitors in exchange for her soul. While following his bidding, John has traumas of a past tragedy throughout the film. A young John summoned the demon Nergal to stop their mentor's plan for his daughter. However, for not casting a control spell, Nergal killed everyone and took her to hell. Now, in an unexpected turn of events, John learns that Beru's actually Nergal and knows that he'll never let Trish go. So, as a last resort, John stops him with the Chemdever curse and saves her along with other coma cases, though at the cost of Chast's family's love for him and their friendship.
Why are you doing this? I need a human agent with your skill set who can travel freely, seek out new customers.
I do this one thing for you, Nergal. You give me Trish, and then you never see me again. You understand?
Number 13. The Death of Superman. After Superman foils an intergang abduction, he still continues the charade of two lives, despite dating Lois as Clark. While he hesitates to introduce her to his parents because of his secret and wanting to protect her, he eventually lets them meet. Elsewhere, a meteor destroys Hank Henshaw and his crew in space before crashing into the ocean. When the League investigates, they discover that Doomsday was in the meteor and has begun causing chaos. While the League responds, Clark finally reveals the truth to Lois. However, his last secret is interrupted when he learns that Doomsday has defeated the entire League. After saving Diana, their fierce clash occurs all over Metropolis, though when Lois is about to be killed, Superman sacrifices himself to stop it. In the aftermath, the city and League honor him at his funeral, while in the post-credits, 4 new Supermen are born.
I don't know what hole you crawled out of, or where you came from, but I'm sending you back.
Number 14. Reign of the Supermen. 6 months later, Superboy, Steel, the Eradicator, and Cyborg Superman become more active when crime rises. During the launch of the Watchtower, parademons attack, though a boom tube intentionally transports the League elsewhere, leaving fewer heroes to oppose the upcoming threat. As Hank Henshaw is Cyborg Superman and follows Darkseid's orders, he convinces people to join his Cyber Corps. Not at full strength, Superman then returns after absorbing ion radiation from the Eradicator, so when the Cyber Corps takes over, he joins the other Superman to stop them. While Lex Luthor brings the League back, Hank stops Darkseid's invasion as he solely wants revenge on Superman for not saving his wife. When Superman learns he has Lois, he dons the solar suit and stops him, and in the post-credits, the League agrees to attack Darkseid for also sending Doomsday, while Lex joins the team.
I can't tell you how glad I am to see you again. There's a lot you need to know.
These broadcasts have brought me up to speed. People are being turned into monsters by that cyborg imposter.
Hank Henshaw.
I guess I didn't know everything.
So, what's the plan?
Number 15. Batman Hush. We now return to Gotham, where Bruce suits up when Bane has kidnapped a child for a ransom. After then chasing Catwoman for stealing it, Hush shoots his grapple line from the shadows, causing Batman to crack his skull. As he's treated by his old friend Thomas, he gets a new suit when locating Hush, which leads to teaming up with Selina, tracking down Poison Ivy, and freeing Superman from her control. After finding Thomas dead in Gotham, Batman realizes Hush is after the people closest to him and reveals his identity to Selina. They then rekindle the relationship and become partners. But after deducing that the Riddler became Hush when a Lazarus pit treated his brain tumor, Batman learns he kidnapped Selina. As he then confronts Hush, which causes the factory to collapse, when Batman tries to save him, Selina stops him to escape, but as he'll die because of his code, she leaves.
I needed a new persona. My true identity had to be kept hush-hush. I convinced, cajoled, and compelled the others to play their part. You see, Batman, this is my game, and everyone follows my rules. Even you.
Number 16. Wonder Woman Bloodlines. Before the Invasion and Justice League War, Diana met Steve Trevor and left Themyscira to save humanity from an invasion, so she then lived with Julia and her daughter Vanessa, where she became Wonder Woman. Back to the present, after trying to save Vanessa from Dr. Poison and Cyber, Julia is killed, so believing Diana was the cause of her death, Vanessa works for them and becomes the Silver Swan. As Diana eventually battles and defeats her, she's unable to recall Themyscira's location to use a purple healing ray to save her. Following a battle with Cheetah, she drinks from a fountain to remember, and later heads there in her old armor. Upon their arrival, Cyber and Poison unleash Medusa to steal their technology, but Diana battles her, and with the last-minute rescue from Vanessa, they kill her. So in the aftermath, they all get healed, and Diana becomes the champion of Themyscira.
The purple healing ray.
If it's so easy, why'd you need to come here?
I don't know where Themyscira is.
It's a security measure. As soon as anyone leaves the island, they forget its location. Even Diana.
But you're going to find it again.
For Vanessa, I have to.
Number 17. Justice League Dark Apokolips War. Opening with Nora's quote, which was critical in Barry's decision to reset the timeline, Superman then reveals his plan to destroy Darkseid. While Barry warns him about a global war because of Flashpoint, the League proceeds, unbeknownst that Darkseid is spying on them. He then sends his army of Paradooms, and while some heroes are killed, others are kept alive to serve him. 2 years later, the Earth is conquered, and now slowly terraforming into Apokolips. Though many are hopeless, Superman forms a team with Raven, Constantine, Etrigan, and Robin to blow up Apokolips. They then battle heroes transformed into Furies, and free the Flash from powering the planet. When Darkseid arrives, Trigon escapes his prison and battles him, while the others return to Earth as Cyborg destroys Apokolips. With the Earth's rotation compromised, Constantine convinces Barry to run back in time again, not thinking about the repercussions. As Barry thinks about Nora's quote, he resets the timeline, though this creates a new one called the Tomorrowverse.
You're both gullible fools. Darkseid is playing you.
We can't take him. No one can.
The planet's molten core will be gone in a week. Then it's game over. I know this plan has astronomical risks and impossible odds, but we're out of time.
Number 18. Constantine, the House of Mystery. In the final film of the series, remember I said that Constantine didn't think about the repercussions? Well, this short film looks into the aftermath of convincing the Flash to reset the timeline. John awakens in the House of Mystery, where his friends greet him, but he realizes something's wrong when they turn into demons, who kill him every time he's revived and meets them again. Remembering that the Spectre imprisoned him in the house for eternity for tampering with time, he fails to escape in an endless loop for centuries thereafter. With one last trick, John sold his soul to 3 demons, so while they argue about ownership, he escapes using their portal. After a brief taste of freedom, he's confronted by the Spectre, who reveals that he granted him an eternity with those closest to him, but as John ruined it, Spectre cannot protect him from the universe, who demands restitution and takes him.
The universe is a living thing.
I understand now. It's... Wait.
You were selfish. You caused the universe harm by breaking its rules. And now, the universe will exact its price.
Now with the end of this universe, comment down below which film in this series was your favorite. But make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram for updates. And until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next evolution.